What did you think though about the antics? Do you feel like it's good for the game, bad for the game? I mean, overall, watching them, what did you think?
So I got mixed feelings about this, right? Because I coach.
Did you see the guy flicking the bird at the center fielder?
Well, that's crossing the line, right? The other
that was wild,
right? So the other antics of you pimping a home run. Remember, these kids are watching what the guys in the big leagues do.
Yeah.
Right. So when you got Ronald Acuna doing the LeBron James after he hits a home run, what do you think these kids are going to do, right? Yeah. So again, I want, at least for my guys, I want them to play with a little bit of flair, a little bit of fire. I want them to have fun, but I don't want them to cross the line and be disrespectful, right? I don't want them before they get to home plate to be taking snapshots, right? Or be being clowns, right? I call it being a clown, right? Brother, you can pimp a home run. You can point at your own dugout. You can get your dugout up. As long as everything is towards your dugout, I'm okay with things. Now, the stuff in the dugout, the mink coats, that's stuff that guys do in the dugouts all the time, right? The University of Miami puts a guy in a bucket and they bring him all across the. So guys do dumb things and crazy things in the dugout. I try not to look at what my guys are doing in the dugout, right? On the field, I don't want you even looking or making gestures towards the other team. The only reason I don't want that is because I don't want to wake up a team that's down 4, that's dying already, and give them any room, right? And that's how I feel. Any antics towards your dugout, your fist pumping, your chest pumping towards your dugout, I'm all for it. I like guys that play with energy, passion for the game. Just don't be disrespectful towards the other team. That's how I feel. And again, brother, if I was on the coaching staff at Tennessee, I'd probably love it, right? And when you're against them, you hate it, right? And that's what coaches said about me. I hate that guy. I hate that guy Morales, right? But my teammates love me. My coaches love me. Right? I remember catching a fly ball against Auburn, and this is when I was starting to open up as a player in a sense that my team was starting to know me. And we win the series, and I catch a fly ball in foul territory, and I looked at the crowd, and I went out to the crowd, and I shushed the crowd. Right, so it was just I always play with a chip on my shoulder, but I didn't do it towards the dugout. And again, I waited till the end of the game, and it was on Sunday where we didn't have the season today. Right. So I just don't like the crossing of the lines, the middle finger sticking up, the back and forth with guys. And remember, I'm in a junior college where there's a lot of Hispanic kids, so the umpires can't hear what the guys are going back and forth saying. But I hear it. I do it, and I tell my guys, hey, why are we doing that? We're up 5. Leave them alone. We're mates, right? So there's a fine line. I do like a little bit of the flair. I do like that because you need to play with some confidence and some swag. But just don't cross the line. The stick in the bird, all that stuff, pointing in the dugout, looking in the dugout, pumping your chest at the other dugout. I don't like that. Anything towards your dugout, I love it, right? Because you're getting up and you're showing your teammates passion and you want to be there.
Craziest antics you recall from your time at Carolina, dugout. And of course, you guys had like Michael Roth leading the charge, and it's so funny talking to the older players because they talk about how strict and tough and hard-nosed Ray Tanner was. But I think a guy, of course, like a Michael Roth kind of loosened him up a little bit because things got a little more loose when somebody like Roth sort of inserted himself as like the class clown type of vibe, and the dugout was a very, very fun place to be.
Right. And I mean, crazy antics. Remember, Coach Tanner was still tough.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't want you to show up the other team at all. So I don't know about crazy antics on the field towards the other team. But I just remember these guys wearing cups for glasses, right? Things like that.